Seeing an eagle carries a specific spiritual meaning. It's a signal about sight, altitude, and sovereignty, appearing when you need a higher perspective or are being called back to your own authority. But here's what most people miss. The eagle is one of the few animals that virtually every spiritual tradition on earth treats as a deliberate messenger. Not a background bird, not a pretty sighting, a direct communication. Most people see an eagle and think that was beautiful and move on. The eagle, meanwhile, has been trying to tell you something specific. And something about it stayed with you. You are watching this for a reason. So by the end of the video, you'll know which of the 4 meanings is active in your life right now and which one specifically belongs to you. Before the symbolism, the physics. Because the eagles, the physical facts are the spiritual meaning. Eagles have vision 4 to 8 times sharper than humans. They can spot a rabbit from 3 kilometers away. And here's the part most people don't know. They can see ultraviolet light. They are literally perceiving frequencies of reality that are completely invisible to the human eye. Eagles are walking around seeing an entirely different dimension. They can see things we literally cannot. And then there's the altitude. Eagles soar at thousands of feet, the same height where weather systems form. Where there is a storm below, the eagle is already above it, not avoiding the storm, above it. That's not a metaphor, that's just how they fly. Every tradition that uses the eagle as a symbol is pointing at 2 things, sight and altitude. The ability to see what others cannot, and the ability to rise above what others are stuck with. Every civilization on Earth looked at this bird and landed on the same conclusion independently without talking to each other. The eagle appears in almost every major tradition, and the core message is remarkably consistent for a planet that was not coordinating. In Native American traditions, eagles are sacred messengers between the physical world and the creator. Eagle feathers are amongst the most significant objects that exist. To receive one is considered recognition. It means you are carrying something important enough to be acknowledged. In Egyptian cosmology, Horus, god of sky, vision, and divine order, was depicted as a bird of prey. Whether falcon or eagle, depending on the translation, the message was the same: the ability to see truth clearly and restore what has been disrupted. In Celtic tradition, the eagle carried long memory and wisdom, specifically the kind that only comes from having seen enough cycles to understand patterns. Not book wisdom, earned wisdom. In Greek tradition, the eagle was Zeus' sacred animal, the carrier of divine messages. When an eagle appeared, it was considered direct confirmation from the highest authority. Basically, every civilization looked at an eagle and collectively agreed that one is working for someone. Different gods, different continents, same conclusion. The eagle has the best PR in the entire animal kingdom. 4 meanings, one of them is active for you right now. Meaning 1, you need a higher perspective. You're too close to something. The noise, the urgency, the emotion is making it impossible to see clearly. The eagle at altitude isn't running from the problem. It's assessing the view that makes the problem smaller and the solution visible. Zoom out, get calm, let the eagle's perspective show you the way through. Because from 1,000 feet up, what felt like a maze has an obvious exit. Meaning 2, it's time to look through a different lens. The eagle doesn't just see further. It sees in frequencies humans can't access. Ultraviolet light, an entirely different layer of reality. If the eagle is showing up now, the lens you've been using to look at your situation may not be showing you the full picture. What perspective have you not tried yet? What would this look like if you saw it from a completely different angle? The information is already there, the lens just needs adjusting. Meaning 3, sovereignty. Eagles don't fly in flocks. They don't follow the pattern of other birds. They don't ask permission. If the eagle is showing up, there's a place in your life where you have been deferring when your own direction has already been clear. The eagle did not come all this way to watch you wait for a sign from someone else. It is the sign. Own the direction. Meaning 4, rise above. This is your breakthrough. Eagles don't disappear during storms. They climb above the weather system and use the storm's updraft to gain altitude. The difficulty you are in right now isn't holding you back. It is the mechanism that is lifting you into a different life. Rise above it, use it. Because if you do, if you let this storm carry you instead of fighting it, you will land in a completely different place where you started. This is not a setback, this is an ascent. And where you arrive will be nothing like where you began. Quick one before we narrow it down, drop in the comments, where did the eagle show up for you? Sky, dream, image, or somewhere else? Because the context is already part of the message. If the eagle appeared in a dream, what was it doing? Soaring. Clarity is already yours, trust it. Diving, precision incoming, something becomes fast. Landing near you, pay attention to what you were thinking in that exact moment. That thought might be the message. Caged, sovereignty signal, something in your waking life is containing your natural direction. The dream is showing you what it feels like from inside. If it appeared in waking life, what were you thinking about immediately before? That thought is the context. The eagle landed on that specific moment for a reason. If it keeps appearing in images, conversations, random places, it is not a one-time visit. It's your current power animal anchoring itself as a team until the message lands. Before we close, this is the part that is specific to you. Signs are a form of divination, and divination works through intention. So before I show you the symbols, take one breath and ask internally, what is the eagle trying to show me right now? Now, 4 symbols. Don't think, just notice which one your attention moves towards to and pick one symbol. Have you picked the symbol? If you pick the telescope, it's time to look through a different lens. The way you've been seeing this situation isn't wrong, it's incomplete. There is a layer of information you may not have accessed yet. Shift the angle and ask the question that you may have been avoiding. What you see from this new perspective can change everything for you. If you picked the lightning bolt, that's sovereignty. There's a decision, a direction, a move that has been clear to you, and you have been waiting for the conditions to be more certain before you act. The eagle doesn't wait for perfect conditions. Neither should you. Make the call, own the direction today. The storm. This is your breakthrough signal. The difficulty you are in is not the obstacle. It's the updraft. Name what this storm is building in you, because where you land on the other side of this will be nothing like where you started. Use it. The mountain, you need altitude. You're too close to something to see it clearly. Take one decision you've been forcing and sit with it from a distance for 24 hours. The view from up there might be completely different. Let the eagle show you the way out. Whichever landed, that's your layer. Does it feel new? Then the eagle just got your attention. Something is asking to be seen for the first time. Or does it feel familiar, like something you kept flying past at altitude, hoping you wouldn't have to deal with it yet? Then the eagle has been circling, it was waiting for you to look up. Either way, it didn't show up to just be impressive. It showed up because you're ready to see what you haven't been letting yourself see. Drop your emojis in the comment, which one landed, which symbol landed, and tell me, is this new or has the eagle been trying to get your attention for a while? By the way, you're not crazy, you're just finally paying attention.